welcome to the den. For those of you that are just clicked onto this video and you didn't go to part one, I recommend going to part one, watching that. It's kind of the introduction on our whole process. If you don't and you just want to stick around and see what's going on, hey, that's fine too. This will be the frame of the fence and also preparation of the post to accept the fence rails. Just getting the frame up, making it strong, and we'll kind of walk you through it. All right, the name's Troy, and let's get right into building this fence. Right there is going to be our LED light channel, and then that's our room for our actual paneling that's going to go on this fence. And then the structural part of this fence, like it makes it super strong, is setting these rails directly into the post. We use a string line. Originally putting this in the post, we did use a laser level, and I totally recommend using one, especially for a fence. I'd recommend renting one versus buying it. Just, gives you a chance to try it out, and I'm sure you'll be happy with the results. They'll be dead on level and it's fast. But for the rest of us, we can use string, and it's so easy to make these knots. It's not even a knot, it just works on friction, and you pull it over on itself. Now you can go in any direction. We can get it out of the way though. We don't need it right now because we got to cut our grooves in these posts. And that's another reason why we went with these big posts. Not just because we had 10-foot spans. I mean, that's a large reason why. And they're also like 4 feet in the ground, but we also want to set the rails into this fence, and our 7¼ inch saw, like most, won't go all the way, but that's perfect. That's kind of planned, and we can work with that. I guess we'll get into that a little later into part 3. And all I did was make some lines there off the string line, and I just started to cut. I did use a nail biter blade, and it was smoking pretty good, but we got through her. I think I would use a different blade next time, maybe a sharper one. Seems to be a thing with me, I never have a sharp blade, I don't know. This is key. That's why you spend so much time on your posts when you're putting them in, to make sure everything is correct, level, square, and it just makes everything go so much easier. So I'm always checking my level. I know I'm good now, but if it wasn't, for you guys, or if you're doing something like this, when we were grooving everything out, there was nice little slivers coming off, so you could use those to shim if you had to. Every project has its challenge. That's ours. It won't quite fit, but I was kind of anticipating that, and I wasn't sure where things were going to line up, so I wanted to wait until I had the fence pretty much, where I wanted it before I actually cut that, because you only get one go. We didn't glue the top on this, just sewer lines. Things go pretty easy. Couple taps, she's out. We can screw it back on so I don't kick a bunch of rocks down there. I think later I'll come back to this and I'll probably crib this out just to eliminate the chance of like rocks, especially going down into my drain. All right, nice morning. We're just gonna string line the bottom. Let's use a quick little line level. These posts are 6 feet, so we gotta account for that 4x4 on edge, 4x4 on edge. What I kind of got figured at is like 67 inches or something. I'll get back to you on that. We're gonna figure it out right now. Another string line trick for you. Stick something in there. You may wonder why we got some boards on here. That's because I had to reset this post originally because it wasn't quite in line with everything. So I put these on here just to keep it where it is, especially throughout the winter. Which reminds me, yeah, we got really lucky with the season last year. I was able to put these posts in, which is excellent because that gives a huge head start this year. We got like 3 or 4 really nice days, and like this is like early. No one's thinking about building a fence. No, not necessary, it's all friction. So from that string line up is 67 inches, and that'll be right to the bottom of that 2x4. I bought a Craig jig a few years ago, and I started looking at their plans. I built a few of them. I'm not really into plywood building, but Oh, this thing's been huge. Stop right at 67 inches. It's just bang, 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 bang. All right, I'm not gonna explain how I built these. I'm just actually gonna show you. Yeah, so right now I'm just sinking in 3 screws, and this is for a couple reasons. Like, it's gonna make everything solid because we're also paneling this, so it's interlocking paneling, by the way. So these 3 screws on each side, I mean, that allows us to actually take this panel off if we ever want to in the future. It'll be heavy, you'd probably want 2 people, but that's possible. We could switch it out, we could put a gate in, we could repair it. Yeah, it's just so many things you can do so you can take it apart.